Rita Peterson, and this is the fifth part of my series on how to garden. Now, it's been 1 week and 1 day since I started the seeds with you in the number 2 video. So if you want to check that out, it's right here. And we started tomatoes, corn, lots of herbs, and some pepper plants. Now let's take a look at them in a moment. What's really awesome, my crocuses came up, and here's some pictures. All the links, you guys, are in the description box below on how to get a hold of me. If you would like to be a friend on Facebook with me, please send me a personal message and say, hey, I just sent you a friend request. I'm off of YouTube. Give me a little blurb. That way I can just judge a whole lot better who is wanting to be my friend, as I may not pick up the names on the comments. Some of you have different names that way, and that way I sort of can weed through the people. If you just send me that personal comment, that will help me greatly. So without further ado, let's check out these plants right now. So take a look. These are my corn plants. Look how beautiful they are. I also would like to thank Grace, who is 8 years old, and she is filming. She's one of my youngest filmers. So this is her real practice here on helping mom out. Look at this. They're absolutely beautiful. You know that they're kind of shaking a little bit. That's because they're outside in the catio in the wind, but it's not going to bother them because we have been taking them out every single day since they germinated. So you can see the beautiful leaves here. They're doing absolutely awesome. These here are our tomato plants. Again, really beautiful plants here coming up. So on this plant right here, you can see those little leaves right here. So the true leaves are starting to come, which is wonderful. You notice how these plants are tilting here towards the sun. I don't want that. I want this to go the opposite way, to keep my plants going now that way, to strengthen. And you notice how short they are, even though I don't got a grow light. If you follow the techniques I'm showing you, you can keep your plants nice and short. Now over here, Grace, these tomatoes here are doing awesome. You notice that they're facing opposite the sun already. We have some peppers here. They were the last ones to germinate. Now I'm going to show you something with these peppers. So take a look at this one. Take a look at this one. He's kind of trapped here with this dirt. So what I like to do is just take my finger and press him down a little bit more to strengthen him into the potting soil so he grows a little bit straighter, just like that. Okay, so I'm going to push him back. Now if you hear the background noise, those are guinea fowl. And they are out free range because we let the chickens and the guinea fowl out this week out of the chicken coop. So let's take a look here. We have marjoram coming. Look at that, and you can see it. Okay. We have some marigolds. Now listen, you guys. I searched the house for marigolds. I knew I had marigold seed, and my son found it outside. It's been outside in a Ziploc bag for 4 years, and it's coming up. Okay, so we have this one here. It's just starting to come up. You see that little green right there? That little green tiny sprout is parsley. So this container is just germinating. Parsley on average takes 3 weeks, so for it to come and start germinating a week and 1 day is awesome. Again, these are marigolds, and sometimes it's hard to see, but there are tiny little plants everywhere. Same with this one here. I just basically planted all my seed that I had because I want lots of marigolds. And you do the marigolds the exact same way as you would do herbs. One last thing that I'm going to show you is a couple of watering techniques now that they're up. So the first one is, some of these pots you notice are dry, and I purposely kept them that way to show you a couple of things. So first thing is I'm going to show you on really fine herbs using a spray bottle, and the same thing with the watering can. So these corn here, they aren't bad for moisture, but today is actually really warm. So I am going to just go around them. Now, try not to water on top. Always water at the bottom, and same with the tomatoes. The tomatoes here are big enough that you can just nicely water around them without flattening them, and just being a bit gentle. And sometimes I turn my pots to get the other side a little better, but you don't want to drench. Like, you're never drenching your pots, and that's a big mistake that a lot of people do. Is I just water just a little bit every single day. So let's go over here to this corn here. So just keep following me around to every pot here, Grace, as I go. It's this marjoram, the biggest thing is this marjoram container here. Okay, look how dry it is. These are really fine herbs. There's a couple of techniques that you can do. Sometimes when they come up, I take my spray bottle and I will go and spray the top, and that way they don't get knocked down. And you notice the force of even that kind of pushes them down a little bit. Okay, the other thing is if you go really gentle here, so back up a little, Grace, because I'm going to tilt my container here, is I'm going to flick a little bit of water very gently. And because they're fine, if I go flicking really fast, I don't end up pushing them back to the ground. You see that? If I would take it, now I don't want to do it, but if I take it and just water in one spot, I would just make a hole and push my poor little seedlings down into the ground. Now let's do that again, because this one here is really wet here too, okay? You can use the spray bottle if you like. It will take you a lot longer to water, but I used the spray bottle when they first came up, but now I just give them a good watering. And take a look at that. As long as you do it quick, you're not going to hurt them. Now the peppers here, same kind of thing. It's interesting because this pot is germinating from this side and down, and every day I'm getting more and more peppers germinating. Why do seeds do that? I don't know. It seems like they come, you know, so many will germinate, and then a couple of days later more will germinate. So I'm just gonna basically water my plants here. So Grace, you can just follow me along here. Just back up a little there you go. And just these are marigolds. There's a whole bunch in here. Like I said, they're really fine. And I'm just going to go ahead and water. So we've got really, really good germination. I'm happy what came up. Now, you guys, as I water these, it is 8 May in a few days. I'm going to film on April 30th how to plant your melons, your cucumbers, your pumpkins, your cabbage family plants. I'm going to film that. I'm going to film it a day early. Usually I do it May 1st, but I'm going to film it a day early so you guys can plant yourself on May 1st. Okay? So get ready for that. Make a mental note that I will be posting by May 1st or even the evening of April 30th on how to do your planting here. Okay? So if you want to get prepared for that, you can, because I'm going to get prepared for that. So take a look. Those look really good. I got one, and this one here, you guys, this is a really good example. Really good. Okay, this is going to be hard to see. So let's just take a peeky here. There is little tiny parsley coming up here. So fine. Parsley is so small that if I water, even with the flicking motion, they would fall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give these guys the old-fashioned squirt by the spray bottle just to keep the soil moist until these get a little stronger and a little bigger. This is what I do at first. with a lot of herbs is I use the spray bottle to them. And there you go. So it's nice and moist. These are ready to go. That was a really good example. And I only got 2 more to go. I got these tomatoes here, and I'm running out of water, Grace. I think I might just make it. And then this tomatoes over here. And I ran out of water, so I'll get some more water here after. But that is it. So that's what I've been up to, and that's why I haven't posted, because we are just literally taking my plants from inside to outside, leaving them from noon until just after supper because it is really warm, and then we bring them in. So they're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth right now. They're growing awesome, as you can see, and I will see you again, like I said, either the evening of April 30th, or the video will be up for you in the morning of May 1st, and you can start your you can start your melons and cucumbers and cabbage family, and we can do the last starter plants before we head into the garden. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.